Hi, welcome to tonight's Asian selection. I'm really excited because I've got two products to show you tonight that have tickled my curiosity more than any other product in the past. The first one is this. Now on the packet it's called Ga Chai Fa Lao. I hope I said that right. High protein, low fat. Basically the idea is it's a kind of tofu that I've been told, and I believe this is the product I was being told about, that when you fry it in a lot of oil, it gets a crispy outside and it's got a texture that's a bit like fried chicken. And I'm really excited in this because I fry a lot of tofu and it's never anything like chicken. It's very hard to get a crispy coating on the outside, and in general the texture of tofu it's wanting. It desires more. You need to add it to other textures to make it really work. But if you're on a vegetarian diet, or you simply want to eat vegetarian food for whatever reason, perhaps it's because you don't have access to good quality meat or cheap meat, whatever the reason is, you might end up eating a lot of tofu. And if you're like me, you'll be very excited in a product that creates a crispy outside and a succulent inside. So, I'll show you how that product goes a bit later. The other thing that I'm interested in is this flowers story. Now inside this are a bunch of individually sealed sachets. I'll show you. I'm going to open it now. Ding! Here we've got one. So it looks like it contains a bunch of flowers, and curiously it contains a few crystals, large rocks of something. What could they be? Now I don't think it's salt, because that would be bizarre. There's a lot of salt, and if that's what the Chinese people drink, it makes me think that they might be into drinking seawater. Could be sugar, but even then it's a lot of sugar. But it makes a lot of sense if it's sugar. But I'll tell you why it's a bit ambiguous. Because this is pineapple scented tea with fresh pineapple, chaya, and with a variety of high quality natural flowers concentrated dry from rich variety of vitamins, minerals and acid. Maintained Hua brewing after the original flavor, fruit-rich floral fragrance, the people water. Tooth Liu Xiang lip, cherish the memory of Jiangnan series scented tea. Is your return to nature and enjoy healthy, gifted friends and relatives weighted drinks. Now I'll translate that into English. This is a pineapple scented tea with fresh pineapple, chaya, and a variety of high quality natural flowers. It's concentrated in dry form, which is rich in a variety of vitamins, minerals, and acid. It's maintained the original flavor of the Hua brewing process, which is a fruit-rich floral fragrance that the people really love. And it's the delicacy of the Liuxiang region. Cherish the memory of Jiangnan series scented tea, as it takes you back to nature and allows you to enjoy healthy gifts with your friends and relatives and serve them drinks. Anyway, so we're going to make a tea of this sachet, and we're going to find out what this crystal is. Are they sugar, or are they concentrated forms of minerals or acid? I don't know. We'll find out. Now, two more products. I'm going to start eating now because I'm really hungry. Not as exciting as the other, but I bought them and I'm going to show them to you. One is the chili flavoured peas. A lot of people are familiar with wasabi flavoured peas. Well, I'm not a huge fan of wasabi. I I am a huge fan of chili. Instead of having the light green coating, they've got an orange coating. Alright. It's got that nice dried pea texture. Kind of like a puffed grain, but seemingly more wholesome. Not as full of air, even though it does have air in it. And the chili flavour is quite nice. It's very mild, but I think if I eat a lot of them, it'll build up on my tongue. Savor chili peas are the perfect snack for all occasions. Whether you're partying with friends or enjoying them by yourself, as I am, these lightly roasted spicy peas taste great with your favourite beverage any time of the day. My favourite beverage? The humble water. And I must say, they go rather well together. Now I've said it before, but dried peas are a really great snack. And one of the reasons is because they're high in protein. We all get enough carbs in this life, especially if we're into snack foods. But these are 16% protein. It's because they're a legume, and legumes, beans, peas, have high protein. 10% fat, that's not too bad. You've got to get fat into your diet. Tasty. But they could have more flavour. Didn't have much oomph. But I'm still happy because the last chili flavoured peas I had, they tasted horrible. They had way too much oomph, if that's what you want to call it. Before I open this, I'll tell you what it is. It's a very nice, a very sightly, matte finished packet of preserved snow prunes. Farmer's Grange. It says at the top, up here, green ecology, limitless magnificence. Chinese really know how to sell a product. Preserved plums. Now the reason I chose this product is because it says in the ingredients that it contains plum, sugar, salt and glucose, which is it's pretty good because most of the preserved fruits have a large assortment of different preservatives. The list goes on and on. And I've found that they basically all taste the same. When you cover it with that many flavours, every fruit ends up tasting the same. So I want to taste something that has a unique flavour. It came in an individually wrapped manner. And it looks quite meaty. Let's check it out. Good amount of flesh. It's good. Sometimes when you get these dried plums, there's really barely any flesh on the outside, so it's basically a layer of skin, a bit of fibre, and covered in preservatives. But this one, yeah, it's got something to bite into. A lot of things going on in the kitchen at the moment. Really is a place of action. Right. One thing I'm going to say about this product is that I'm a bit suspicious that all it contains as a preservative is sugar, salt and glucose, because it's got a distinct flavour that I recognise. And in fact, the ingredients list that I'm reading has been stuck over the original ingredients, and I can see on the edge a word sticking out the side that ends in ATE, and I think that is a hidden ingredient they failed to disclose. So I'm going to tear this off and see if I can find out what they're hiding. Here we go. I knew it. benzoate. I don't feel like I have to tear the whole thing off because I know that they're lying, and I know that there's probably a long list of preservatives under there. Thankfully, at least this product had a nice amount of meat on it, and not too much of this stuff. So I'm going to be contacting Tong Heng Trading Company at Barry Avenue in Mortdale. It's not too far away from here, and I'm going to be questioning them about the regulations that they have in place to ensure that the ingredients are correct, because that's one of my things. Make sure the ingredients say what's in the product. Now, this video's gone on for a little while now. Hopefully you can feel the excitement that I'm going through. So I'm going to go make some of this tea and we'll see how it goes. Got this tea here. Turns out the crystals were sugar. Nothing but sugar. I'm a little bit disappointed because that means that half of what was in the sachet is just sugar. To give you an idea, here's the sachet. As you can see, half of it is crystal. The rest, flowers and bits of fruit. And to be honest, it's a very mild flavour, but it's quite nice. If it didn't have the sugar, it wouldn't be as nice. It would be pretty bland, I'd imagine. But I've steeped it for a few minutes now, and some very pleasant flavours have come out. It's the kind of thing you don't usually get in a tea, because it's really just bits of fruit and flowers. I think next time, however, I will simply buy packets of dried flowers and mix them together myself with a bit of dried fruit too. Remember, it said it contained pineapple. Well, there's that piece of pineapple. That's all the pineapple in this sachet. Very pleasant to eat. Can't imagine much flavour would come up. Wait, no, here's another piece. Can't imagine much flavour has come out of it, but it's dried, so maybe originally these were quite large pieces. Hey, I'm loving this. Chewing these bits of fruit. I don't know what bit of fruit that is, but looks exotic. Oh, I think it's some kind of citrus, like a kumquat. Yeah. Maybe a tiny mandarin. Well, this adds a much bigger dimension to this tea, because it's an eating experience as well as a drink. It's not all edible though. Okay, well, I've just fried some of this tofu, and I've got to say, it's pretty interesting. I'll show you. It's not really the product that I remember being shown, but could be the way I made it. The oil that I used, the depth of heating, the lack of sauce. It's got a nice crispy outside. Hopefully you could hear that. On the inside, not as textured as I remember it, but this crispy outside gets a thumbs up. Alright, here we go. My dinner for the evening. We've got some noodles, made and then fried in egg, some textured tofu, and some steamed kale. That's a type of cabbage. Much better texture than normal tofu. I feel like I've still got a long way before I know how to prepare it perfectly. But for now, I'm quite satisfied. can really sink your teeth into it. And the crispiness on the outside is a little bit like chicken skin. Good stuff. I'm gonna have to find out some other ways of preparing it to really explore the different dimensions of chewiness and savouriness, crunch, crisp. Well, that's tonight's Asian selection. I'd suggest you go out and have a look for this textured chicken style tofu if you're into tofu, and if you're not, maybe you'll become into it once it's prepared well for you. I'm a bit distracted by eating right now, so I bid you a good evening.